guys, it's your mortgage girl Dorothy, also known as entrepreneur, also known as author. And I'm so excited to come back with another video. I'm going to be making these a lot more. So I am so ready to kick the year off with your mortgage tips. Help you get into your new home. I know a lot of you know I'm actually a realtor and a mortgage loan officer. This year, I'm actually going to be focusing more on mortgage origination. So I'm not going to be in the field as much. I'm going to be helping you with all of your home financing and getting you ready to, go shopping for those homes, making sure you have everything you need to get to your realtor. So I'm excited to be more on the financing side this year because it just allows me to do more of my entrepreneurial things that I want to do as well, in addition to obviously making sure, you get perfect financing for your dream home. So my tips for the day, I'm going to tell you what I believe to be is the getting ready to buy my home starter kit. There's 3 things that I think are essential to the starter kit. And that's going to be a minimum FICO score, that's credit score of 620, a 2-year work history, and thirdly, I believe you need to have a decent amount of savings. So with that being said, I'm going to elaborate on the why those 3 things are important for your getting ready to buy a home starter kit. My dog is actually moving around my camera. I'm sorry. Oh, he's crying. I would show y'all him, but he's so big. Anyways, so those 3 things are super important. I want to give you a little bit more insight on why they are. A minimum FICO of 620. So when you're looking to buy a home, as lenders, financial institutions, what we look at, obviously the first thing we're going to look at is your credit. Now, sometimes we will allow 580 minimum FICO score, but I'm just going to be real honest with you. I have not seen a lot of successful closings with others who have a 580. And that's why I say it's just safe to have that 620, because it's like if something breaks or anything, like it just makes it so much worse at a 580. 620 is, obviously that's on the lower end, but, it still does give you just a little bit of wiggle room in the pricing. Usually at a 620, the pricing is still, fair as well. Obviously, the better the credit, the better the pricing. But at that 620, I just seen a way higher success rate when it comes to that loan actually closing, right? Imagine like going out, finding your dream home, getting pre-approved for that home, going under contract, ready to close in that home, and then you find out that it's not happening. So I highly recommend you start at 620. It's very important. Throughout these videos, I'm going to elaborate on specifically what you should look for with your credit scores, and what you specifically should look at on your credit reports. But I'm just going to start with that 620 tip for your get ready to buy a home starter kit. The second thing that's going to be important, obviously, is going to be making sure that you have a decent amount of savings. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of down payment assistance programs out, and those are great. Like, if you can take advantage of them. But, think about it, right? Like, there's still some times where you have to bring a certain amount of cash to close to fund the loan. And you want to make sure, if that is the case, actually, that you can, have a little cushion to do that. Outside of that cushion, right, you want to make sure that when you do move into your home, you're not, your account doesn't say 0, because we want to make sure that you still would have the means to be in that home comfortably. I always like to say it's always good to have an emergency fund. And when you move into a new home and you purchase your biggest asset, which is a home, you want to make sure that when you do move in there, that you're comfortable, financially, mentally, emotionally, and that if something was to happen, especially if something in the house, breaks or something, Lord forbid, you can repair that and have the means to repair that. Because when you do move into that home, it's yours, and, you are responsible for anything that happens. I'll even give you an example of a personal experience. I've been in my home for 2 years, absolutely love it. The only problem I had was a water leak issue, and I had a $2,000 water bill. Yes, 1 year I had a $2,000 water bill. You know, I can't even breathe right now talking about that. Okay, like just imagine that. Like it really just took a toll on my mind and body. I was like, oh my gosh, like what if like $2,000? Like ain't that many showers in the world? Okay, sorry, but anyways, tangent. So you want to make sure if something happens, you can cover that. Thirdly, and again, important as well, you want to make sure you have a 2-year work history. Yes, a 2-year work history. Why? Because lending institutions want to see that you have consistent employment. Okay. They like now when I say 2-year work history, doesn't mean you have to have been at the same establishment for 2 years. It does mean that you do need to have that 2-year work history at a point in time in which you were employed for that 2 years. Sometimes gaps are okay as long as they're not huge gaps. So if it was like a couple months you took a break or something like that, you know, for any reason, or, you know, we're injured or short-term disability or something. Usually there's things in place where we can kind of bypass that. So I don't want you to, you know, get kind of freaked out about that. You know, as long as it was a 2-year work history, and I would say minimum gaps. So those are your 3 things to get to for your getting ready to buy a home starter kit. Okay, we want to make sure we have that 620 FICO score. We want to make sure we have a decent amount of savings, at least some type of cushion before we, you know, start that process. And we want to make sure we have that 2-year work history. So that is my video for today. I'm super excited to start the year with you and to educate you on everything you're going to be needing for your home financing. I'm sure most of you probably know if you've seen my other videos before this. I actually wrote a financial literacy book for children, so check it out. Braylon's Bank is on Amazon. I hope to write more financial literacy content for not just our children, for adults. I really hope you enjoy. It's officially and always a Wealthy Girl season, and if you also haven't checked out my Wealthy Girl journals, please do. Women, they're amazing. I put everything you need in there to start your wealth building journey and start to create those good habits. So I'm excited for you, and I hope you choose me to help you with your home financing needs. And we're going to start the year off right, and we're going to get everything we want this year in 2022. We're going to check it off our goal list, okay? Thank you. Have a good day.